Hey adventurers, this is Mark and welcome to Adventure Pass. Today we are going to talk about the 10 secrets that you probably don't know about the Haunted Mansion at the Magic Kingdom at Disney World. So let's get right into it. The first secret that you probably don't know is that the original plans for the Haunted Mansion, the Raven was going to be the narrator as we toured throughout the attraction. It was even going to be a water ride at one point, but they later decided to have Paul Frees be our ghost host, and that's the voice that you hear at the Haunted Mansion attractions today. But you can still see our fine feathered friend in four separate occasions throughout the ride. We are introduced to the Raven in the standby queue, just above the Ravenscroft organ outside. So make sure you get a catch of our furry friend out there. Uh, Now, if you look very closely at that organ, since we're talking about where our furry friend is first seen, in the queue at the Disney World, you'll see the name Ravenscroft etched above the keys, which is a reference to Thurl Ravenscroft. He's a voice actor and singer in several Disney films, and he is part of the Haunted Mansion attraction as the lead singing bust in the graveyard scene. So that's the scene where all the heads are decaying and they're seeing. So just wanted to throw that nod out there. Now, this is a great secret. Imagineer Mark Davis, one of the lead designers of the Haunted Mansion, and also some other great attractions at Disneyland, such as the Pirates of the Caribbean. Um, he cleverly hid chess pieces in plain sight on the attraction. Uh, just a little tangent here. In Pirates of the Caribbean, in the queue, you can see two skeletons playing a game of chess, and they're at a stalemate. So that is also a nod to his love for chess. But on the Haunted Mansion attraction, you can see the chess pieces. They're hidden in plain sight, I like to call it, on the roof of the building. And every chess piece is there except for one, and that chess piece is the knight. Why? Because it is always night at the Haunted Mansion. All right, this one's a kind of a cool secret. Kind of creeps me out a little bit. But there are a few park benches located just outside the park where you can just sit and relax for a little bit. Um, but they kind of make you uncomfortable because if you look closely, the ironwork represents it's actually a serpent with red eyes. I hate snakes. And yeah, it kind of makes you think when you sit down in it. But yeah, check that out if you decide to sit right outside a haunted mansion. Um, all right, let's talk about the queue for a second here. The graveyard. When you go into the queue, you get to see the graveyard, and then just before you enter the haunted mansion, you can pass by one last tombstone that opens its eyes to look around the earthly world. And yes, that is Madame Leota. She is the fortune teller who can also be found inside the ride. She has a really cool history. Her name was Leota Toombs, and she was an Imagineer. And Walt thought she would be perfect to be in that attraction, but her voice wasn't eerie enough, and so they decided to get actress Eleanor Audley. She was brought in to do the voice, and Audley had also done some other voices for Walt Disney. Some of the characters like Maleficent and Lady Tremaine. So there you go. That's Maleficent, Lady Tremaine doing the voice of uh, Madame Leota in the Haunted Mansion. Now, in this is a pretty cool secret too. The attic scene in the Haunted Mansion is a home to a bride who does not like her husband. She likes to get rid of him, and her name is Constance. And she's gotten rid of five of her husbands, getting rid of them one by one. You get a glimpse into her evil past by the memorabilia from each of her marriage. So you can keep track of how many husbands that she did away with by counting the number of pearl necklaces that she's wearing uh, around her neck. So again, kind of eerie and creepy, but that evil Constance, watch out for her. Now, when you exit them, after you go through the ride and you exit the Haunted Mansion on your way out, when you get outside, you should look to your left just before passing through the iron fence. Uh, Up on a hill, you can see there's a pet cemetery up there, and there's all sorts of tombstones and all sorts of tributes. But there's one that honors a late attraction at the Magic Kingdom. So in the back left-hand corner of the pet cemetery is a tombstone with a statue of Mr. Toad, honoring the main character from the attraction, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, that is no longer at the Magic Kingdom. Poor Mr. Toad. At both attractions, there's eerie lighting and candlelit windows that give off some really cool spooky vibes during the nighttime hours. So keep a watchful eye at night. It's pretty cool. Uh, so in at the Magic Kingdom in Florida, you see the orange glow of an oil lamp that creeps past a window, and you can use your imaginations to guess which of the 999 happy haunts is on the move. Uh, and then specifically at the Magic Kingdom, um, you can see it through four separate windows. You'll see the ghosts on the move with the candle. So get to that traction at nighttime. It's pretty cool to see. All right, this one's searching for clues in the queue. Right, there's a lot of story to be told in the queue for the Haunted Mansion, and when you start off, you can see on the ground, concrete ground, you see horseshoe prints, and you can see the dog paw prints treading a path that goes to the doggy door into the mausoleum. So that's like the first thing you can see. And then there's also a fan legend, which is pretty cool, and it came from a small scrap of metal left in the cement after a removal of a gate post. And because the shiny circle, it looked very uncannily like a wedding ring. Everyone started to speculate where it came from, and the story of Constance Hatchway hurling it from her balcony after getting rid of one of her husbands became a very popular fan lore. And then they did a ride refurbishment, and the ring was removed, and everyone kind of got really upset about that. So Imagineers, when they were designing the interactive queue, they added a real engagement ring there. So make sure to look for it on the ground as you wait to enter the attraction of the Haunted Mansion. Last secret that I like that I wanted to share is about a sea captain, and his name is Culpepper Klein. You'll see that name there on a tomb on a what do you call it on this big tomb there, and it's a nod to the glass reflection technique that was used to create the dancing ghosts in the ballroom, and they call that technique the Pepper's Ghost. All right. And it was named after scientists who created the illusion. And it's there in the cemetery. When you can see that his name, where he's also being heard singing sea shanties and sneezing sprays of water, or even bubbles from the crypt. Uh, and then his character, it's a tribute to a concept Raleigh Crump and Yale Gracie envisioned years ago for the Haunted Mansion. So I thought that was a little good Haunted Mansion history. All right, my friends, if you enjoyed these secrets, hopefully you probably didn't know most of them about the Haunted Mansion in Disney World. Please hit that like, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And please don't forget to put in the comments what you think about the Haunted Mansion of Florida. Is there a secret that I missed? Do you have a favorite secret that you like? Put it out in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Really appreciate it. And then also, I have pinned on in the comments at the very top a link to the Adventure Pass free community. So please click that link, join the free community, learn a lot more about Disney, and meet some new friends that are like-minded just like yourselves. All right, everyone, take care. Have a great rest of your week, and we will see you on our next adventure. Talk to you later, my friends. Bye.